So as you see, we are completely barefaced, no makeup, no jewelry, just got my little robe on. I do this like in a cool bathroom area, but it just was not working with all the lights and everything. So this is what we're going to be working with. But basically, like I said in the title, I'm showing you guys my current everyday skincare routine. This is what I've been doing for quite a while, since last year. And a lot of you guys have asked me for an updated skincare routine. I love sharing my skincare routine with you guys. As always, these are just what works for me. These are my recommendations. If you have similar skin to mine, hopefully this will be helpful for you. But I'm basically just gonna walk you through everything that I do. I have 2 other videos as well that is going to kind of break down my whole skincare routine, tell you everything that I use, why I do it. And then I'll also have a video showing the various masks and skincare tools that I use as part of my skincare routine as well. So make sure you check those out. And yeah, so let's just get on into this skincare routine. So I've already cleansed my face. If you've seen my previous video, you'll see the tool and the cleanser that I use. I'm not sure if I mentioned in that video or not, but when you do your face wash, make sure to massage it into your skin for at least 60 seconds. That just ensures that you're giving the cleanser enough time to really penetrate into your skin and do its job. I'm not sure also if I mentioned in there that I use a different washcloth every day just to minimize the amount of bacteria that is going to be transferred onto my skin. And the next thing I did was put some gloss on, any basic gloss. I think I get these from, I always want to say Bed Bath & Beyond, Bath & Body Works. I just like to be glossed up at all times. Anybody that knows me knows that you will never see me without glossy lips. I just like to be moisturized. So let's get right into the skincare. Like I said in my previous video, I break down everything I use and why I use it. So I'm just gonna kind of go through it and briefly tell you guys a little bit about each thing that I'm doing, but the in-depth explanation is in the previous video. So the first thing I do after I dry my face from being cleansed is I put on an eye cream. It doesn't matter what age you are, what kind of skin you have, you want to use an eye cream. You don't want to wait till you need an eye cream. I've been using eye cream, since like my early 20s. I always felt like it was best to do it as a preventative method. I like to feel moisturized anyway, even though I have really oily skin, but you don't want to wait to use eye cream till you feel like your skin is like, or under your eyes are like all dry and crazy. You use it ahead of time as a preventative method to keep underneath your eyes looking as smooth and youthful as possible. Always use your ring fingers, be very gentle and delicate. Do patting motions. You don't want to swipe because you're going to be tugging the skin, and it's better to pat the product into your skin. And make sure that you get an eye cream. Not all eye creams are able to do this, but I like to have an eye cream that allows me to go on all areas of my eyes, above it, on the brow bone, and in the corner areas as well as underneath. This is like my go-to facial spray. I love this. I've repurchased this so many times. This is just the travel size one I have right now. But lately I've been using rose water and glycerin. This is good for your hair, your face, your body, everything. I do not love the smell of rose water at all, but rose water is really good for your skin. So I'm just gonna spritz my face with this. I just love using a facial spray because it just makes my skin feel so refreshed and hydrated. And also, if you're gonna put any kind of serum or oil or anything on your face, it's good to make sure that it's damp. Even if you're putting an oil on your body, it's good to make sure that it's damp because it allows the oil to penetrate better into your skin. So next I'm gonna use my go-to jojoba oil. I will list all the products that I use in the description box down below like I normally do. So this is a dropper bottle or a dropper applicator. I use about 6 drops. If I feel like my skin is really dry, I'm gonna use about 10. But I just like to take this and press it into my skin. I like to get a little bit over my eyebrows just to make sure that they are hydrated and moisturized. Get some on your neck and your chest. Your neck is one of those areas that tend to look old, or they can tend to look old, or that is a a giveaway for your age. So you want to make sure that you keep your neck looking very smooth and youthful youthful and hydrated. So you don't want to rub the oil into your skin, you want to just press it. I always like to just kind of brush my brows just to keep them neat. Or I have very sensitive acne prone skin. I have hormonal acne, so my breakouts generally are right up in this area. And I recently had a really bad breakout. I think I was not only just breaking out because I always break out, but I was also having a reaction to some liquid vitamins that I was taking. I took it like every day for maybe like a week or so, and I started breaking out really bad. So I do have a lot of scarring here that I need to get rid of. Yeah, it kind of sucks. I generally do have some scarring because I break out often, but this is like a lot because I had like two really bad breakouts here, and then I had it all over here. This is pretty much my major problem side. This side breaks out as well, but this is the side that breaks out the most. What I'll do is use some type of spot treatment. So this is one I love. This is the Sunday Riley CEO Rapid Flash Brightening Serum. I've talked about this before. I'm pretty much out of this one. I do have a new one that I'll be using and I will share with you guys. So for right now, I just kind of opened it up and I just like to spread it on all the areas that I have marks. Now generally you can just kind of pump this out, but because it's at the very end, I just gotta have to take it off here. You could put this all over your face, but I like to focus this on the areas that I have marks, and this literally speeds up the healing time. So I don't have any active breakouts going on, I just have a lot of scarring, which sucks, but we just gotta make sure that we take care of it and fade it away as much as we possibly can. So the next thing we're gonna do is I'm doing the acne.org system, which I mentioned in my previous video. So with that, you use a finger length amount, so that much. This is benzoyl peroxide, and then I just take it and spread it on my face. For the acne.org system, it's important that your skin is dry. So they recommend that you smooth the benzoyl peroxide onto your skin for a specific amount of time so that it can dry. So sometimes I'm in a rush, especially in the morning, and I just don't have time to sit there and let it dry. So what I like to do is use this fan that I got on Amazon, and it totally speeds up the drying process for me. So I'm gonna rub this all in my skin. I also keep like a little washcloth nearby just to kind of wipe my hands because it is a lot of product. You rinse your hands in between the process, and then I use the fan. So I just try to rub this in as much as I can with my hands. So when you're using this benzoyl peroxide, make sure that you do not get around your eye area. If you do, just kind of wipe it off. Try to avoid your hairline or your brows, because if you put it on sensitive areas of your skin, it will dry it out. And if you get it on like your hairline or your brows, it could lighten it a bit, so I try not to do that. So it's pretty much all rubbed into my face. You see, this is a lot of product. So I'm going to continue rubbing this into my skin as I have the fan on it, just to kind of quickly dry that area. So now that is as dry as I'm gonna wait for it to be, I'm gonna go and wash my hands, and then I will come back and finish up. Next thing that I'm gonna do is just add my moisturizer. So I like to use this CeraVe moisturizing cream. So with acne.org, after you've been on it for a while, you can use the AHA. I do have a moisturizer that comes with the system, but I don't love it. I don't feel like it hydrates my skin enough with it getting dried out from the benzoyl peroxide. Although I have passed the phase where my skin gets extremely dried out. That's like the only part about acne.org that I don't love, is that it's so strong that it like really dries your skin out. But once it starts kicking in and it works, it's really good, because I did the system several years ago. It worked really well, so amazing, but the product junkie in me was like, I want to try something else, and then I wanted something that was more accessible. But after a few years of trying other things, I'm like, well, let me go back to something I know that works. And I can honestly say I have not been as consistent with it as I should, because you've got to be really strict with this system in order for it to work, but I do know that it works. So all that to say is, once you've been on it for a while, they have this AHA that you can use to moisturize your skin. You can use it alone at night or in the morning, or you can mix it in with your moisturizer. So I use it in the morning and night. I take about, this is it right here, this much of it, and then I mix it in with my moisturizer. So this is my morning routine that I'm doing right now. My nighttime routine is pretty much the same, plus like a couple extra things, so I will go over those things with you guys. But this is pretty much what I do. So I use a lot of moisturizer as well, although I can't talk and do this. I use a lot of moisturizer because I like to make sure my skin is hydrated, but with this system, they do want you to use a lot just to make sure that you're putting back in that hydration. So keep in mind, when you are putting anything on your skin, especially moisturizer, you want to make sure that you kind of do upward motions. Because with gravity, you know, gravity likes to pull everything down, and the goal is to keep everything lifted and perky and smooth. So you want to make sure you're always lifting and really working that product into your skin, but not being too rough. Kind of just like giving your face a nice massage. Okay, so now that I have finished my moisturizer, I put all my products in. Sometimes I like to spritz my face one more time just to make sure that it's nice and hydrated. So if I was going to be going outside, I would definitely make sure to use a sunscreen. I've mentioned this one before. I do have a video on all my favorite sunscreens. If you want to check that out, I will link it below. But this is the one by Clarins. I will put that on. If for some reason I have an active breakout, I like to spot treat with this benzoyl peroxide that I purchased on Amazon. I will, like I said, link all those things below. I don't put this all over my face. I just would spot treat with it before I put that benzoyl peroxide on. If this was my nighttime routine, once I've washed my face with my face wash, I then take a cotton round and I use my absolute favorite Caudalie moisturizing toner, and I take that and I just wipe it all over my eyes, my face, just to make sure that I'm removing any dirt that might have been left behind from when I washed my face. And then that is pretty much it. That's the only difference. I think that's pretty simple and pretty basic. I mean, once you get in the routine of doing it, it doesn't seem like so much. But I mean, this is my current skincare routine right now. You guys know that it changes every few years or so. It just depends. That is my skincare routine. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them in the comment box below. Any information you need will be in the description box below. I mean, I think this routine is pretty simple. I wish I could just use some soap and water, wash my face, and throw some moisturizer on it, but I'm not that blessed. If you're blessed to have such an easy skincare routine, kudos to you. I wish I could do that, but I can't. So for right now, this is what works for me. As we go through different cycles of life, as our ages change, as our diets change, as life changes us, your skincare routine may have to change as well. I have multiple skincare routine videos, so you guys can always go back and see which ones are maybe best suited for where you are in your life right now as far as your skin concerns go. But right now, this is currently what I'm using. You know, I'm trying to stick with it, see what's happening, see how it goes. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That just lets me know if you like it, if you want me to continue making videos like this, and I will see you guys in my next video.